What's up, my friends? My name is Sabrina. This is Sabrina's Magical World of Thrifting. I thrift to resell on platforms like eBay, Mercari, and Poshmark. My channel is all about that journey. So I bought a huge bundle lot of Barbie stuff off Facebook Marketplace. It came with dolls, clothes, accessories. I'll show you exactly what it looked like. So I paid $75 plus the cost of shipping. I think it ended up coming out to barely over $100. And to be honest, if I bought this at a yard sale, I probably could have only spent about $20 for this whole thing. But unfortunately, in my area of Colorado where I live, we're not quite into the yard sale season just yet. I feel like it's getting there, but I gotta kind of do with what I can get. So I went ahead and purchased this, even though, as you can see in the pictures, you can't really see everything that it came with. But I could tell is that most of the stuff looked like they were from the 90s. And I was right. Everything in there is between like 95 to 1999. So it's within that time era. Now, the purpose of this video basically is just to show you when I buy stuff like this, how do I go about sorting it, organizing it, identifying the stuff, knowing how much to list them for, like what is my process. So in this video, I'm just going to kind of quickly show you how I do it. So I'm just going to go ahead and just start off by showing you how I sorted through everything. So this is kind of my layout right here. First I went and I put all the dolls. Dude, who just takes all the clothes off of their dolls? It just leaves them naked. Anyways, so I just kind of like, I try to put them in order of what I can tell, like by age. And we've got some Callie dolls over here. Yeah, so I just kind of laid all these out. And then on the side right here, I put some of the little furniture that it came with. This right here is a little like ice cream shop, I want to say. I think this one came from the year 2000. And there's just like a couple of like random little things. I don't know if that whole set is there or not. If it's not there, I will separate them into pieces and sell them as replacement parts. And then I came over here and these are all the clothes. So the first thing that I did was just separate them. So I put all the dresses together. And once I do this and I put all the dresses together, that's me also looking at what's in here. So I just make a note in my mind of what I got. So I just kind of lay them all right here. I put like the jackets here, the t-shirts are here, skirts. It came with a couple of little babies, so I have the babies here, some pets and toys, and a couple of like little accessories. So I just separated everything. These are some of Callie's clothes right here, the little girl. So that is my very first step. So once I put all this out and I organize it, now I have a mental note in my head of everything that came in this lot. And then also, this is just something I know from experience. This may be a little bit harder for you if you're new to selling Barbies. But I could just tell by looking at them what era they come from. So like I said, I could tell that they were like 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, and maybe some 2000 is also mixed in here. Like there was a Britney Spears doll, and I know that this one came out in 2000. So this is the website that I use to identify my Barbies. I will put the link in the description below, but they do separate them by year, and I think a lot of these dolls may be 1999. So I'm going to click on 1999 first, and then it brings up all the dolls from that year. So now that I have that mental note of what I have, I'm just going to kind of browse through and look for anything that stands out or looks familiar. And I find my first one, so I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And it brings me to this doll. So I'm just going to kind of zoom in, look at what she's wearing, and now I'm going to look through my pile for all the parts. So now I'm going to go and look for the stuff. So first I'm going to look for the skirt. It was a pink glittery skirt, so this has got to be it right here. So we've got that. And then the shirt, we'll go over to the shirts. This was it. So we're going to save that. There was a little baby in the stroller. I think this was her. So we'll grab that. And then we come over here to the accessories. And I know that I had, this isn't it. Oh, this is it. It is missing a piece though. It's just the basket. So we'll put this here. And now the actual doll, which she is right here. So there we go. I have identified this doll. And now the next thing that I am going to do is I'm going to look her up. Oh, it makes noise. So I'm going to look her up. Gonna open my eBay app and type in the name of the Barbie. Gonna do a quick browsing just to kind of see what they're selling for, and it's looking pretty good. So I'm going to search by lowest price first. And the reason I do that is because I always just try to be competitive. I always compete with some of the lower prices. And it's still looking pretty good. So now I'm just going to kind of speed things up a little bit here. So now I'm going to search sold listings. And it's still under lowest first. And it looks like some of the parts do sell if you sell it separately. But yeah, I mean, these comps are looking pretty good. So for this doll, I'm definitely going to be selling her all together. I'm not going to part her out. Now, there are a few things about her that after looking at her, you know, her legs are a little bit wobbly. I'm not sure if they're supposed to be that way or not. And then also she is missing one shoe, but the weird thing about it is this is a shoe that normally is harder to take off. If you see this on the back of her feet, like you have to really pull at this shoe to take it off. So these things are going to have to be disclosed in my listing. That's going to bring the value down. So next, I'm just going to go ahead and show you how I do the listing. So I make templates for everything. If you don't use templates, I highly suggest that you start using it. It saves you so much time. So I do have a Barbie template, and right now I'm just going in and filling in the title. If you want to see how I do it, I do kind of play around with the title a bit sometimes, move things around. If the doll is at least 20 years old, I always put vintage in there. I always like to put the year. And I like to use up all my characters. So I will just put anything that I can think of that would go in there so I can fill it out. And all this stuff is already filled out because it's a template. So as you can see, it makes the whole process go a lot faster. And I already have my item description filled out. There's just a few things I need to put in. I do always copy paste my title into the description for two reasons. One, it helps with the search engines on Google. And two, I do cross post everything using the Vendu app onto Mercari. And Mercari, you can only use a few words for the title, but they do also take your description in with the search engine for them. So that's why I always make sure to put that in there. And like I mentioned, I am going to have to disclose things about the doll and the condition. I do offer free returns, so it helps me stay accountable for making sure that I am disclosing every little thing. That is going to help you to get less returns. So yeah, just kind of looking things over. Looks good. Scroll down. So I decided that I was going to list her for $20 plus the cost of shipping. So I got to come in here. Normally, I like to put my Barbies free shipping, but I'm kind of playing around with changing that up. It will cost me somewhere between $3 to $4 to ship her. And looks good. See how quick that was? So here's everything kind of laid out and organized after I went through and looked over everything. I have identified almost everything. There are a few little leftover things that I haven't figured out yet. But I am about to take pictures. This is my little setup right here. I do have a light box that I like to use, but I kind of stopped using them for Barbies because I just really like the way it looks better with this white blanket. It just looks really brighter and prettier. So I just I draped the blanket over just a regular little kid's Toy Story table, and then I tuck it into this drawer up here. So that's kind of how I have it set up. And then I did buy Barbie Stands, so I have these stands. I do recommend purchasing these if you are thinking of selling dolls, or if you do sell dolls. This helps them sell. And you can get them on Amazon for pretty cheap. I think I bought like a lot of 4. I'm just going to go ahead and start taking pictures of stuff, and then I'm going to get everything posted. So I got everything posted. It took me about a week to do everything, but I have had a really busy week with my personal life with stuff that needed to come first. I kind of put eBay and my YouTube channel on hold a little bit, but I was still able to get all this stuff posted. I was really proud of myself for that, considering the amount of time that I had available to do it. So everything on here is also cross-posted onto Mercari. I do use the Vindu app to do that. So for that ice cream shop, I ended up parting out the parts and selling them separately because not everything was there. And then these little wicker furnitures you see here, those come from a 1998 Barbie Deluxe Dream House. So those are replacement parts for that. Those are very hard to find, so I was kind of stoked on those. And these are just kind of the leftover clothes of like outfits that didn't go with any of the dolls I had, or if I just felt like it was more profitable to sell the outfits only. And then here are a few items that sold extremely quickly. So within 1 hour to about 48 hours, these items did sell. And Mercari so far is kicking eBay's butt. I have sold 3 things on Mercari from this lot, and only 1 thing on eBay. But I've almost made half of my money back already. Thanks so much for hanging out with me, and I shall see you guys all in the next video. Bye.